What is going on, guys? Carlos here from Live Gaming Paradise. We are back again with another episode of the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. This time we are doing another side quest, and this one is at the Lakeside Stable, West Necluda. And there's one of the stable guys is waiting outside for you to go and speak to him, and he wants you to get rid of 3 giants, and they're all in 3 different locations. So this is quite a long side quest, but really fulfilling. You don't get much for it, I'm letting you know right now, but at least you get a completed side quest. So if this is the first time you're here, thank you very much for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you're a regular or a member, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Right, ousting the giants is what we need to do. And we need to go all over the map. They are in 3 of the waterfalls. They're all marked up with golden dots, so you know exactly where to go. I'm going to start on the one with the far left, as in the map as you're seeing it now. And then I will work my way to the middle one, and then the one on the far right. So the first thing we're going to need to do is go to the Rebella Wetland Skyview Tower. This tower is important because you're going to glide to all those locations from here. It's probably one of the best locations for you to glide from, because of it being so close to the locations of where these caves are. So the first one is going to be right here, as you can see on the minimap once it loads. So I'm on the one on the left as you look at it on the map. And this is going to be the first cave we're going to go into. It's the Quarter Lake Cave. And what we need to do is just jump down in here. And then we need to go around this area in here. There's a lot of stuff in here to collect. I'm not collecting any of that in this cave. I only collect things that I find that are really essential, like bombs and things like that. They're really good. So if I'm collecting any of that, just ignore it. But I'm not collecting anything from this one. So you break these last rocks in here and go to the right. As you can see, there's a giant right there. So we're going to need to kind of, like, the best way to do this is get one of your toughest weapons. The double break is a really good one if you've done my last quest, because it's really tough and deals quite a lot of damage to these giants. But if you haven't got that, a master sword works well as well, but like a two-handed weapon is really good because you can swing it around the way that I'm going to show you how to do it, and you won't even have time to get up, you know, like some of them will just you'll kill them before they have a chance to strike you at all. So this is the middle Hinox brother of the Quarter Lake Cave. You just kind of like spin it until all your stamina is gone, and then as it's almost finished, you just go and release it, and that's it. And see, very simple to do, not a lot to it, because of the type of weapon that you're using. Obviously they won't last forever, but you know, it's one of those things. Now we're gonna go back to the Rebella tower, exactly the first one that we went into, and we're gonna go and do the middle one. We're gonna glide down to the middle one, and the cave for the middle one is going to be right there. As you can see, they're marked, you know, like they're right on the dot, so you won't be able to miss them. You might be in a different level, you might be in a shelf below of the waterfall, but it's very difficult to miss them. Now when you get in here, we're going to go all the way down, and there's a lake at the bottom, a little pond. You can jump onto that, and then you've got the bright blooms on the side to guide you towards the edge of it, to the shore. And then you can just grab yourself some light blooms or collect the ones that are here, and we can brighten up the place, because this cave is really dark, and we need to find this giant, and he's quite a way away from the main thing. There's a lot to collect in here as well. In all of these caves there is a lot to collect. So it's a matter of exploring a little bit. I'm not doing that just not to make the video even longer, because this video already runs for 8 minutes because of the amount of places that you need to go, and you know, all of the giants are in different locations. So there's a flower bomb in here. I just can't resist this one, so I need to grab this one, and then we're gonna go over to the left in here, and we're gonna go down. As you can see, it's all pitch black down the bottom. Just shoot one of the bright blooms, and the giant is behind that structure right in front of us. So we kind of like need to go to the right a little bit, and then we can just tiptoe over to where it is and do the exact same thing. You know, this weapon is really good and it deals a lot of damage, but obviously it won't last long, so I need to kind of like choose something else. So the last one was pretty was harder than it needed to be. So this is the youngest Hynix brother, very easy to defeat. Exactly the same thing that we've done with the first one, and then that is it. As you can see, they won't even have a chance to strike me back or react or anything like that. So once all of that is done, we're going to go back to the same one, to the same Rebella Skyview Tower, and we're going to go to the first door, as you can see, and this one is right down here, so it's right next to where the waterfall starts, kind of thing. There's going to be some bats coming out of this cave, so we just need to go in. It's the Kaldora Lake cave, and lots of stuff to break, lots of minerals to collect, and so just make sure that you explore and check everything out. So we're going to go to the last one, and this one is the toughest one. It's the toughest one in terms of it being the eldest one, because I think that's going to be one of the ones that are more difficult to defeat. He's right here, so don't jump into the water because you might wake him up if you want to apply the same technique. And then what we need to do is just do the same thing, but this time I'm going to break my weapon, so I'm going to have to use something else. And this one, he's got two things protecting his calves, so it's a lot harder to deal some damage, but you can burn those things. So if you've got a weapon that can burn these protectors, you can kind of like do a lot more damage again. So it's just a matter of exploring with the weapons that you've got. Like in a minute you will just burn up, and then that's it, you can just strike it on that leg, because otherwise you won't do any damage, because as you can see it's protected by that kind of like calf brace or whatever you call it. So once you do all of that, you can kind of like also use arrows as well, just to shoot a couple of arrows in his eye, and that will kind of do quite a lot of damage. If you've got some fire or some fire element, you can just do that, but eventually you're going to be able to just get rid of it. It's not they're not very difficult, these giants, but you need to kind of like have good weapons. So once everything is done, we're going to need to go back again to where we picked up the quest from, to the lakeside stable, and then we can just jump down, go and see the same NPC, and he will conclude the quest and give us a reward for it. So I guess this is it for this one, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you did like this video, or if this video helped you, please give us a like, consider subscribing so I can continue releasing more content like this. I'll be back again with some more Tears of the Kingdom very soon, so thanks again for watching. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.